I thought I was done heading into the weekend, but we got a few more things to talk about as week 2 of the 2021 NASCAR season begins tonight. How's it going, guys? It's Marty here. I hope you all are having a great Friday so far. Let's talk a few things before the weekend officially begins. I'm going to talk about Chase Elliott entering the first road course weekend of the year, and more details on Alvin Kamara's entry into NASCAR with Ryan Vargas, plus the challenge against Antonio Williams and Joe Graf Jr. But first, let's start things off with Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski. The teammates at Team Penske are probably not getting along with each other after what went down in the final lap of the Daytona 500. Yes, it was a racing deal going for the win. The two have not talked yet, though, since the accident. Not even at their weekly team meeting in the beginning of the week. Joey Logano spoke with the media on Friday and said Logano has not reached out as, quote, best to cool his jets a little bit.
And I think, everyone cooling off is probably going to be good. But, the analogy I used on Sirius a minute ago was it's a marriage, right? And when you're married to somebody, you have to figure it out. You're married. You don't just leave, right? You get married, it's supposed to be forever. And so when you have conflict or you have differences of opinions or whatever, you have to talk about it. You're forced to, you can't just roll it up under the rug, right? It's just not going to work. It's not healthy. People do that. It's just not healthy to do. I will be forced and he will be forced to work with me. We're still teammates. We will have to figure this out. We may not have to agree on everything, but we at least have to find a way to move forward. And that is going to be, the approach we need to do, because going back to the 400, men and women that work at Team Penske, we owe it to them to figure this out, and we will fix it, and it's fine. And
Joey said he will talk with Brad before Sunday's race at the Daytona road course and will get across his point just to focus on what's ahead. Logano wants to make sure his goal is to not race each other hard/seek payback, start over, and focus on a clean slate. Remember, this is not the first time the two drivers have been mad at each other. In last year's clash, Joey Logano was in hot water after he threw a bad block on Kyle Busch in the waning laps, taking out Keselowski in the process. All each driver was focused on was going with their families to Disney World early in the week. While the two didn't meet up with each other, they did talk it out, and they explained each other their respective points, and they made up. Will the explanations be similar? We'll see. With this weekend being the first road course race of the season, all eyes will be on the defending champion of the race and series, Chase Elliott. The William Hill Sportsbook marks him as a 9-5 favorite to win, and it's no surprise since of Chase's 11 wins in his career, 5 are on road courses. However, though, Chase did not have the best car in this year's clash. While he did have a car in contention to win in the final lap, he only led 4 of the 35 laps in that race. Elliott talks about what he takes away from last week in order to improve on, as well as the changes to the bus stop with turtles being added.
I hate the result. But yeah, you have to learn from it. And, I think there's a lot of things I can learn from last week. I think we can be better from a balance standpoint. I think I can be better behind the wheel. And then, obviously if you get put in those situations like that, how would you go about it differently to, have a different result? And I think that's kind of the big question that from last week is, what do you do different, right? Like the bottom lane was there, was kind of in there, and I don't know what, exactly how to change up my approach there to better my chance of winning. So yeah, I mean, all those things I've thought through, and yeah, if we're faced with it again, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if there's dirt on the track, don't run through the dirt. I mean, that's pretty simple. As long as there's grass there, I'd say there's going to be dirt underneath it. So, but yeah, I mean, I think in short term, they did a great job. It looked like from the pictures I saw of trying to have a fix to it, which, hey, I mean, I think we should all respect and give props to Chip and everybody at Daytona for putting in the time and the effort to try to have a solution in that short period of time. So I think it'll be good.
In last year's race of the 65 laps, Elliott led 34 to win. Finally, yesterday, we talked about Buffalo Bills running back Antonio Williams issuing a challenge to Xfinity Series driver Ryan Vargas and New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara on their running back battle. In case you missed the big news that I talked about yesterday, Ryan Vargas now has a sponsor for this weekend's Daytona Road Course, and it's Alvin Kamara's line of juice bars in Louisiana. There is a challenge that was issued by Antonio Williams on Twitter Wednesday night, and that is whichever driver loses between Ryan Vargas and Antonio Williams' driver, Joe Graff Jr., the loser will donate to the winner's charity of their choice. I spoke with Kamara and Vargas earlier today and got their reaction to the challenge, and we learned as well what charity Kamara and Vargas will be supporting.
So my organization is Son of a Saint. So it's a New Orleans-based charity, and basically what they do is help fatherless kids in the area, and that's a charity that I've been working with since I've been here. You know, they work with the Saints closely, and I've just been taking a liking to them, obviously, and been working with them and donating, and just trying to find ways to help that cause. And Sonny, shout out to Sonny, he's been great with he's the actual owner of Son of a Saint, and his story is amazing. And I just it's nobody has to ask me to do that, man. I just feel that's something that I enjoy giving to. So
I'm excited. I saw that. It was pretty cool. It's cool to see them all get excited about this. It's I raced with Joe, obviously, now weekly. So it'll be a fun race right there to watch.
Also speaking with Kamara on entering the sport, he agreed that Williams' take in NASCAR is going in the right direction with diversity, and that NASCAR could be a top 2 to top 3 sport in the future with the next gen and attractiveness of the sport.
I mean, like we've been saying, we've been hitting it on the head. It's about diversity. Just opening the gates to welcome in new fans and new sets of people that may have had interest, but like I said, didn't feel comfortable, or people that don't even understand the sport, or may not have any, may be indifferent about it, but willing to give it a chance. I mean, I think there's a whole new set of possibilities that can come of what's going on right now and today.
So that's the update. Who you got to win? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of these 3 stories. The race weekend is finally here. Enjoy it. As always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. If you love my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm Marty. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.